Really quick, guys, before we get started, I just want to say this is day one of a new looking, nice and shiny channel. I had a vision about how I want things to look. We're getting there one day at a time, you guys, but this is a huge step. I hope you enjoy the match. Also, I want to say a huge shout out to the people that have made this possible, including all of the positive comments from you guys, including from Clutch, Ryu, James Blood, the Brit, the Procrastinator, Reese, the Dumb Ref, and I'm sure there's a bunch more of you on there. But also, a big shout out to the players that make this happen, that let me film them on our league, guys. Shout out to Lisa, Morgan, both Robs, Ryan, JP, Jose, Santaman, Cataldi, Tim, and James. And also, a big shout out to my pool team, Ron the Rooster, Tony G, Sean, and Claire. Also got Alex on the team now, who you'll see coming up here soon. That's all I wanted to say, guys. Enjoy this match. I feel like it looks so good. This is how things are going to look from here on out. Check out this Masters match. Let's see what we do. There's something special about coming to the table with ball in hand with just 2 balls left. I'll probably mess this up. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is me shooting right here. This is during a Masters match. And I know we've already started here, but I'll tell you, this is still rack 1. But there were some camera difficulties, which I'll add into this. Look, Ron's still kicking this thing around, which I'll add into this so you can see what I'm talking about. But we got it figured out by the end of rack 1, so off to the races. I'm playing a dude named Will. Here we go. So this is a little more like it. Playing a dude named Will. This is the first time I've ever played him. I've heard of him, that he's pretty good in our league. Okay, I lied. We're still working on the camera. Ball went in on the break, guys. You know, that's the rule. The ball goes in on the first break, you got to click that thumbs up. That's the new golden rule around here. We're playing a Masters match, you guys. Does anyone in here play Masters? I want to know if any of my people who watch this play Masters. Let me know down below, because I'll be looking for you in August. So how Masters works is you play a race to 7 games. I won the first one, luckily. Oh, man. Hit that 3 ball as good as I could. We play a race to 7. You lag first. Whoever wins the lag gets to choose if you play 9 ball or 8 ball first. Or you can choose to break. If I win the lag, I usually choose to break. I was going for the safety on this one. This is okay. The 4 ball was just a bonus, as long as I got the 2 ball out of the way and put it in a bad spot, which you guys know I hate that spot on the table right there. We chose to play 9 ball first. I kind of forget how the lag shook out, but we'll be playing 9 ball first in a race of 7. So when you play 9 ball, you play. Oh, that's a nice safe right back at me, man. When you play 9 ball, you play 8 games. So technically, if you start with 9 ball, you could get to 7 before. If you play very well, you could get to 7 before you get to 8 ball. Personally, I think I like 8 ball, starting with 8 ball better, because I like 8 ball. And oftentimes, if you play 8 ball last, then you won't play much 8 ball, and this turns into a 9 ball game. Let's see if I can kick this 2 ball, guys. Heck no. Man, I couldn't kick my way out of a wet paper bag, you guys. All right, let's see if Will can run this out. So you could play. We could end up getting through 9 ball if I played well enough that we wouldn't play 8 ball. But you guys know I like 8 ball more. So in Masters 9 ball, you can push. You're allowed to push. You're allowed to use jump cues, which if anyone saw the post I made, you'll see that a jump cue did come out during this match, which is fun. Let's see what else. Oh, and it's not points, obviously. It's just a game, so that's kind of fun. We don't count innings or anything like that, so this is kind of nice. That's a nice shot right there. The trick with this one here is you can't get straight on this 7 ball. You can't get straight on this 7 ball. So if you're, we're jumping right into this, guys. If you're on the north side of the line towards the 9, then I try and push this down so I get to the 7 ball on the side. But if I'm on the other side of the line, then I try and hug the rail so I have an angle to get to the 8. which looks like that was probably what he was trying to do. He was probably trying to get down here for the 7 on the side. See if he can correct. I think the spin got him on that one. Alrighty, so I have an angle now on the 7. The problem with this is that side pocket's huge. And I was looking at it right here. I'm looking at that ball's going to go right into that side pocket if you don't put something on it. So you could put some outside spin on it, which is what I decided to do with some draw to try and make sure that I cleared the side pocket. Let's see if I remember correctly, yeah, I cleared the hell out of this side pocket. Oh man, this brings us right back to it, man. Don't you like getting ball in hand when there's only 2 balls left like this? How do you guys shoot this? You draw it or you follow it? He's gonna follow it, it looks like. Honestly, I probably draw it. When he went to follow this, I don't know. I don't shoot it. I just don't shoot the ball like this anymore. This is definitely safer. Follow is always a better option than drawing, but that'll do it. So like I said, Will, this is the first time I've played him. I've heard that he is pretty darn good around the campfire here. So I was excited about this match. This is our 3rd match in Masters, so there's a couple guys here that I have not played before, so it's kind of fun. We'll see what we get into. Okay, 2 balls weird. It might still go. And you guys know I don't do a lot of commentary on 9 ball, but the 2 ball looks like it still goes, which is what he's looking at right now. With this much angle on the 1, I think I get worried that I lose control of the white ball. So I think I'd stun draw this to the rail and back. I think I would do that, but we'll see what he does. He might just, yeah, it looks like he might be just trying to hold it. Yeah, see, this is what I would do. I would have hoped to get a little more out of this, but as long as you can make the 2, it's kind of hard from this angle. It looks like it's good. Let's see. Nice, that's a good shot. And down, look at this. That should be game right there. That's the fun part about a big break, right? There's usually just a couple problems. If you get a good break on it, which he did. Yeah, this 5 ball is actually kind of strange. Do you bump it or just roll? He kind of did both. Now this just became the toughest shot on the table. It looks like he has an angle to go towards that long rail that his hand's on, so you got to get into that rail and dig back all the way out. Oh, he went follow. Second time around? Oh my god, that would have went in if it wasn't for that dang 7 ball and those meddling kids. Well, I've got an opportunity here. Kind of the same situation I was in before. I want to put some outside on this so I don't land in that bucket of a side pocket over there. But hopefully I don't put enough on it to scratch. Bingo. A little too much. Got lucky. Really didn't want to come that close up there, up to that pocket. So now just stun down. Yeah, I'm just going to stun straight down for the 7. I don't like rolling forward on this. There we go. Ooh, that's going to be a little sharp. That's going to be... Oh, outside spin helped it a little bit. See, if it wasn't for that outside spin, it would have come straight back on the line. It would have been a lot closer. So now, this is thin. You could pound it to try and go up and down, but I was able to control it. And we get out. For you guys to play Masters, what are your strategies for choosing the game? Because I don't have a lot of Masters experience under my belt. I'm sure there's some, what's that word? Some, whatever, like common ways to do things and common thinking. How's this looking, guys? 2-ball. 2-ball kind of sucks. The 3-ball looks like it goes. Looks like it goes. All right, I had a feeling I played it safe on that. I couldn't really remember what it was though. So just clip it and hide it behind the 9, which that made me a little nervous because I'm bad at doing those shots because I always hit it too full and I just pop it out and shape it basically. So he's gonna try and kick at this thing. Let's see it. No love. And guys, what do you think of the video here, huh? This is looking pretty good, huh? It's kind of exciting. This is the first time actually sitting here watching it. This is the first one that I finally got down. If you guys saw the last match, it's funny, when I first saw that, I was like, man, the quality's so much better. And I did not realize, I'm not a videographer, you know, I'm not a film guy, so I don't really know what the heck I'm doing here. I'm figuring it out as I go. But man, that was so trash compared to this. All right, let's try and stun down and try and shape the 3-4. Ugh. All right, you can either get crazy and try and cut into that 4-ball, but that's really tight. So I think I'm just going to play the safety here and hide behind the 6. Kind of do a half-ball shot. Hashtag Dr. Dave. And it actually worked out. Kick's going to be easy, though. That's a problem with these shots. This isn't the worst situation for Will to walk into because the kick's going to be easy, and he has a decent chance of something good happening. You could make the 4. If you kick and stick it, and you kick it and you freeze the cue ball right where the 3 is, then you could easily kick the 3-ball down table. Lots of good things can happen from this. So that was not the best safety in the world, but you'll see. Oh, nice. That was the way to do it too. 5-ball? No. That was you'll see I'm not the best 9-ball player, you guys. I mean, I can make balls and shape stuff, but when it comes to the actual strategy and playing the safes, I got a long way to go. So I got to swerve around the 7-ball, but man, that 4-ball makes this pocket huge. If I hit this square, it's plausible. Plausible. Oh, good thing that 3-ball didn't go in. Let's see if we can get out of here, guys. So shooting this 3-ball, since I'm coming down for the 6 off the 5, I just got to make sure I don't come up short on the 5. Yeah, I want to be on this side of the 5. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, sorry. I want to be on the long side of the 5. Yeah. On this side of the 5 would have been bad because I'd have to go all the way up to the 9 and back. So this, I was hesitant to try and hit this thin and come back to this side of the table, but instead I think I just stun this and roll it and stay on the short side of the 6. Or at least I tried to stay on the short side of the 6, and I did a terrible job, but luckily kept rolling and got a lucky roll. Just had to make that. 7-ball shapes itself, but now I was between, you know, it was in that sweet spot where I could draw this without touching the rail, or I could stun it into the rail, and I think I decided to draw and hopefully not fall in that side pocket. Just draw straight back. Almost fell in that side pocket. Almost fell in that side pocket. And these shots have kind of been, I'm usually pretty good at these like super sharp cuts, you guys, but recently they have not been my favorite shot. They've not been good to me. Oh yeah, I got a little distracted there. Let's see if I get out of this one. I honestly don't remember. Tried to miss it. Tried to scratch again. Man, I love that side pocket, right? If you guys are new here, I got plenty of matches for you to check out, but from here on out, we're going nice quality like this. I've got 3 more in the tank with this kind of quality, guys. I'm excited about it. It's like a brand new channel. With that in mind, if you're new to the channel and this is something you like, consider subscribing. Putting out about, I actually just put out a match within 4 or 5 days, but usually it's about a match a week. I'm looking at doing a couple more little good nuggets of info too, good stuff, tips and stuff. Which, as far as the tips go, that's a nice shot. That's a nice shot. I don't think I even know how to. Yeah, I remember now. Wish I could turn the volume on. I already cut it out of this, but I'm worried about leaving him ball in hand on that 9 ball. So, I mean, with ball in hand with the 1 and the 9 that close, if you're a good enough shot, man, you can just line up a good combo. So I'm just trying to move the 9 right now, which sucks because I really didn't want to move that 3. That 3 was like insurance that it'd be really hard for him to get out the way the 3 was, but it's not worth. No, he's already looking at the 3-9, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Look at the shape. The 1-2 brings you right to the 3. Yeah, as far as the like some advice videos, you know, like tutorials, educational stuff. I mean, I'm no Dr. Dave. I'm no Sharvari. I typically kind of aim my advice for like the hundreds of skill level 4s out there that are still learning the game. Like some of my friends. I know that I'm not really I don't think I'm fit for giving 7s advice. I mean, maybe, but I'm not that good. Oh, almost scratched. But plenty of good stuff that people taught me as I went through the ranks that just like, you know, when someone teaches you something and it just like flips a switch. That's what I'm trying to pass down, which is why I don't make a ton of those, just the really good ones. So here he's looking at the line on the 4. Because getting to the 4 to the 5 is a little tricky. I mean, maybe not for Shane Van Boning, but it's a little tricky. It's a lot of table to cross. So now he's kind of in that same shot that I finished the game on in that last one from the 7 to the 9. Stun into the rail or just draw straight back. Or maybe follow. He's chosen to follow a few times now. Draw straight back. This will be all right. Oh, unfortunate. I think the 9 ball's in the way. Man. If that cue ball would have been a little nicer to him, this would have been pretty slick runnings. Let's see what he gets out of this. Yeah, 9 balls in the way. Damn. Oh, almost made it. Well, the 7 and the 8 are kind of strange now with the 9, so. I think I'm cutting this in the side. Yeah, it looks like it. Just because it's easy position for the 6. Oh, kind of a choky stroke there, man. Don't scratch. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we'll let him figure out the 7, 8, 9. It's tricky. Because if the 9's not there, it's easy to shape the 7 to the 8 to hold it along the rail. But since the 9's there, you're going to be cutting the hell out of that 7. Yeah, that's what he's looking at. Which means it's going to pop, the cue ball is going to pop back out. Unless you try and bump the 9. You can always try and bump the 9 right now. Oh, I don't remember what he did. Is that what he's about to do? It's kind of slick. Or is he just setting up in that position as close as he can to get straight on the 7? Oh, he was shaping the 7. Oof. Oof. It'd be hard to make this. Should be able to get a hit, but Ah, that's the trouble with that. Man. He's down 3-1 and he does not want to leave me that. Run this up. How you guys shooting, man? Ask you that every week. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I've been shooting pretty well recently. I did play Old Rob last week, which, if you guys remember that match from a while back, it's one of the most viewed matches on my channel. I'd say it was a lot of fun. I was really frustrated throughout most of it, but regardless, we had a really good match last night, and I got it on film, so we'll be getting that out eventually. I got a couple more in the tank. But for now, he's got to kick out. He's got to probably push out of this. At least I would push. I'm not very good at kicking, so. Yeah, he's pushing out. If you guys aren't familiar with push, if you're still a newer player and learning some things, as far as the break goes, you can really get screwed on the break, right? Especially at higher levels where it really just comes down to the break and then running out. So if you get screwed on the break to try and, oof, I was not trying to hit that 9 ball. I didn't think I could. I was trying to send the 1 towards the 4, honestly, and just separate distance, maybe make the 4 and then figure something else out. But I told you I'm not good at this part of the game. That's a nice shot. He's a good shot, man. I feel like a couple of these wins could have definitely gone his way. Look at this. That's nice. I think the 3 ball goes here. Oh, he must not have thought so. Oh, he got to a rail. For the push out, watch, I'm probably gonna try and cut this ball. I think safe is probably the right call, but I made it. For the push, so on the first shot afterwards, after the break, no matter whether you make a ball and it's you shooting, or if you didn't make a ball and it's the opponent shooting, you can always take the opportunity to little inside spin there. You know, I don't like that, but it worked out. You can always take the opportunity to push the cue ball somewhere else on the table. You don't have to hit a rail. You don't have to hit anything. You could hit a ball. You could not hit a ball. Come on. You could have hit that cue ball, dude. What is that? That's stupid. That's not a mistake that I've been making recently as far as getting off the rail and running these kinds of balls. Am I going to try and cut this crap? Man, just a little bit of luck here. Where do I put this cue ball right now? So yeah, so with the push, you can push out, and then the opponent has the opportunity to either take that shot or give it back. So it makes it kind of equal. You both get a crack at something before. Yeah, look at this trash and right in the freaking hole. That hole I've been avoiding this whole time, and I leave it this pretty. Ugh. So for this, if you ask me, I try and shape this so that the 8 ball goes in that side pocket. It's the easiest place to land because it's a massive target for the landing zone for the cue ball. And how I would get there, I probably go a little flatter than this, and I try and come into the first diamond on the long rail and come out this way. So maybe a little right spin when it hits that diamond and comes down this way. Feel like it's the safest way to do it. If you try and cut it, it's just hard to bring it to this side of the table. So this looks kind of like what he's doing. Yeah, like this. But I would have... He was shaping the corner, I guess, but I would have tried to shape the side because not good at making long shots. Oh, man. I jinxed him. See here, there's probably a safe you should play, but I don't think I know one unless I'm about to play one that I forgot about. I mean, sure, you could go with like the half ball or something and try and split them or something, but I made it. I don't play a ton of 9 ball, and I don't play, I don't know, with anyone teaching me how to play the safety aspect of the game. So I'm not going to start making stuff up and trying to figure it out in the middle of a match. So I'm just going to shoot, man. Oh my goodness. And a scratch? Almost. Oh man. He does not deserve to be left this dirty. Oh, I feel bad for that one. Need a hero shot on this. Oh, you almost made it. I do not deserve to be back at the table, but here we are. Puts me at 5-1. Doesn't feel like it should be 5-1, but that's 9 ball for you. Oh my gosh, I haven't been calling it out this whole time. I've been switching, I think so anyway, when I'm breaking between this break. Look, very controlled. That time the 1 ball didn't move at all. Man, we should have been looking at all the breaks. Maybe I'll add them in right here so you can go back and look. I was kind of alternating between Cataldi's video on the snaps video on the break that he just released, because I haven't known a lot about the break. I haven't been taught a lot about the break. And I was like, you know what? I'll try and play it controlled instead of just slamming it right down the middle, ultimate pull style. And I didn't have a ton of success with it, so I kept switching back to just slamming the hell out of them. The last time I played Masters, which was the guest match on his channel, if you haven't seen that, it was a pretty fun match. I played Doug, but I had a lot of really good 9 ball breaks. One of them I made 5 balls, and it was funny. He was kind of critiquing each one of my breaks because they probably actually weren't that good, but I felt they were good. I was making a ball, so I was trying to be better with the breaks, but I think I end up. See, timeout real quick. This shot, I thought the 6-7 were wired. I never came over and looked. I'm just now coming over here to look to see, and I realized they're not wired. So I was thinking if I hit that side of the 6, it might cut it enough to make the 7 ball go in. And then the 3 ball almost went in, which would have made me look cool, though. That was not really what I was trying at all. But I kept alternating back and forth between my breaks. That was an interesting selection of him. I don't know, maybe it's just things aren't firing for him, because again, I put that in the side. That's just me. Especially because I don't want to have to get over here like this. This is long shot to get all the way over for the 6. It's easy to miss the shot. He chose to make the shot and dog the shape, but it makes it tricky. Though he's a good player. I bet that's what he was trying. I just don't think things were firing at this moment in the match. All right. I remember this shot. You know, usually I kick the other way because the 6 is a lot closer to the rail down here, but when they're this close, I looked at this and I was like, this can go in. You can cut this ball. And when they're on the rail like this, it's not insanely difficult to hit the right spot when you're that close to them to make the ball go in. I know you guys think I'm making that up, but I swear. Sometimes you just feel it. You know you can make it go. It's kind of a weird stroke. All right, let's see here. You can either stun this, which Anthony did in the video I was watching of his, or you can just roll it forward. I think I roll it forward to come back for the 9. I don't think I had faith in my stunning, but I had to hit it soft and actually control it. I could have hit that a lot softer than that. I should have known, especially with outside spin. The spin's going to carry this sucker and send it. So, oh man, I wish, maybe I'll undo the audio here. So I said, do you want me to get a watch? And, which never had anyone say this before. He said, well, can I ask what you're going to do? And I said, I'm just going to kind of jack up and kind of just push right into it, like cut it really hard, but jack up and kind of poke it. And he was like, oh, you can do that. And then I just scratched as if he knew that was a terrible idea, which I thought was funny. And it gave me a good thought, you know, when it comes down to like watching the balls, like getting someone to watch a shot that could be illegal, that could end up being a foul shot. That's a good thing to ask. Like, what's your plan here? You know, what are you gonna do? So I might adopt that. Ugh. All right, so since he won 2, I can't win in 9-ball. So we're playing 8-ball. We're playing 8-ball, guys. At least a game. Right now, he needs 5 and I need 2. And this is our last game of 9-ball. Oh, I can't see the cut, I don't think. Yeah, I couldn't see the make. I was like, what am I spending so much time on this for? I don't know enough to make this complicated. See, I can't like make the decisions as fast as I can in 8-ball because I'm not used to the safety aspect of it. Looks as though he's looking at the kick. Oh, that was a nice kick and stick. Almost made it. For a couple of you, this shot might look familiar. If you saw that post I made on YouTube, I don't know how many people see that stuff. I don't really make much of them, but I was really excited about the look of the video and how much better this looks. So James taught me how to kick, how to jump like 2 months ago, and I did put a little montage of it. I haven't messed with it much, maybe a couple times since then. Never done it in a match. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what old James taught me, man. I mean, I dogged the shape on the 2. I know that, but come on, man. That was very cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I'd never been able to jump a ball in my life. And Anthony told me, you got to learn how to do that, man. It's part of the game. You're right, man. You're right. It's the fastest way for me to get out of shape. I'm looking at this. I was thinking about drawing it, but then I'll just miss it. And if I hit it, if I cut it, I'm going to hit the 4 and I might scratch. But the chances of that are not super high. Like, what are the chances that I hit that 4 perfectly? For me, pretty high. Ay. Oh, I must have hit the table with that when I jumped. All right, let's see here. The 6 to the 7's weird again. We'll see here. I think if it's me, I'm rolling past the line on the 4. Yep, what you did. And you could crash into the 7 right now. Yeah, that's not a bad move, as long as you can see the 6. That's tough. Yeah, safe. And he hit that well. Using that 7-8. That was a nice shot. See that? I don't see that stuff very quick. Let's see if I can kick a ball, man. All right, that's as close as I can get to that line, so I'll need a little bit of spin to hit this. And this is when I always overdo it on the spin, then I just go crazy to the side. Let's see. I thought I hit that ball. Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. Way too much spin to the side, man, and it just took off. Just went wide, jumped right around it. All right, man. Get good on this 7 and you're donezo. How do you get up there? Couple options. I think I try and stun and not use the rail. I think he's going to use the rail, but I think I just stun either from where he's putting it or putting it on this side and stunning straight up. Yeah, it looks like he's going to use the rail. Good opportunity to send this to 3-5. Oh. Man, he gave me ball in hand so many times with these easy little... All right, I'm looking at the line on the 8. Oh, I just feel guilty at this point. This is just silly. Looking at the line on the 8. Yeah, I take this the old-fashioned way, the easy way. Just roll forward. Make sure I want to cross the line. Cross the line on the 8 to make this easy to get to the 9. And then I don't think I do. I'm like dead freaking straight. And I really just want to go for it. So if I top it, I'm not going to get good. I'm going to shape the short side. So I want to stun it, but I don't think I have enough room to stun it. I don't think I have enough room to stun it, but let's see. I'm going to go for it. So now I'm going to cheat it. So I've just eyed it up. I'm going to cheat the hell out of this bucket of a pocket right here. Yeah, and there was enough room, luckily. I didn't think there was at first, though. I thought I just screwed myself. All right, guys, we're going to 8-ball. If you like what we're doing here, man, if you like the new video quality, think about subscribing. At least throw me the like, the thumbs up. It does a lot for the channel. Spend a ton of time on this stuff. And if there's something we could do better, just jump shot right into the pocket. How many balls am I gonna make? Jiminy Christmas. If there's something we could do better or something more you want to see, let me know. Let me know. Putting a lot of work into this. So let's make it good work. I don't want to make stuff you guys don't want to see. So let's look at this. I believe we're still in the kitchen. It's open since I scratched. It's open anyways. Made one of each. No, I made 2 stripes and 1 solid. The 6-7's wired. That's a bonus for the solids, but the 2 is weird because it goes where the 3 is, pretty much, almost exclusively. But you got to move the 3 first. So I guess with ball in hand, you can only shoot at the 2 or the 3, and you're going that way. Stripes are okay, but the 10 is really tough, and the 12 is really tough. So he's going to go solids. And I remember looking at this like, we'll see how he gets to the 4-ball. We'll see if he gets to this 4-ball. And he got to it immediately. It was a really nice shot. Pretty sure he takes it. You got to take it, man. The window is so tight for this 4-ball to land on it anywhere on the table, and he got it right away. That's a nice shot. And didn't get stuck behind the 10. Huge. Clutch that shot from the rail. All right, so now he's got options. So now let's think about this. He's not going to think about it. He thinks about it now. So that was a good shot right there. They were wired, so the 6 wasn't going to go anywhere. But to shape another ball when you combo is you almost have to. When you're playing 9-ball, it's tough. We're not playing 9-ball now, but when you're playing 9-ball, it's tough because you have to shape the same ball that you combo with. but you never know where that ball is going to go. It's very tricky. So the 2 ball is not a good ball for the 8 ball, and I think that's what he's thinking about right now, because you need a little bit of angle to pop out from the 2 to the 8, but also the 6 is not great either, because you're coming out of the 6, you're gonna go just like this. You're not really gonna get, it's gonna be hard to get back to that corner of the table. So you want a good angle on the 2, but now you got to contend with the 9 ball. Though even if you hit the 9 ball square, you should be fine. Boom. That's a nice freaking out, man. That is a nice out. I said, oh man. I think he woke up. He gave me a lot of games early. We should have been playing 8 ball, man. He is a good 8 ball shot. Everyone told me he was a 9 ball player. All right, he broke dry. Let's see what we got. The 3-2 does look like a really nice starter ball, but I don't like the combos, man. I don't know where what's going to happen with that. Stripes, the starter ball is going to be the 14, which is not just harder than this probably, but I didn't like that this combo of the 3-2 was only going to leave me down here too. So I think I go stripes, yes. So taking the stripes, let's see if I can make it. I need to get over here, and I think I'm trying to get there right now. Yeah, I think I was trying to get there, but I didn't get all the way over there. I wanted to make sure I made the ball. For these 3 stripes over here, on the left side of the table, on the down side of the table, on having the table angle, I guess, I don't know what to call what, the 9, the 13, and the 10. You got to get in between all 3 of them, and then you'll be able to clean them all up. And I didn't get there this time, so I'm going to try and get there now. Which this almost gets there. So now you can't take the 10, you'll lose the cue ball. Taking the 9, and I'm going to end up towards that 6 ball and could end up in trouble. The 15 ball, I'm realizing I didn't think it did before. It does go from over here. So this is kind of something I picked up that I kind of do a lot more recently. I try to just bump the 9 square to know I can just control it and stop it there. Just like that. So now we take the 10. And now it's going to get a little weird. So now I'm pretty straight on this. So I'm thinking, at this point, I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to shape over on this side of the table. So I just got to come all the way down, because the 9's not going to work like that. And the 15's probably not going to work like that. So let's just draw it straight back. The 11, big zone to land in. Right? Just draw straight back. But I pound it. But I pound it and sell it short, guys. But okay, I found out the 15 ball goes this way, so I guess we're going to take it and try and just draw into the 8 to hold it for the 9 or the 11. Again, I'm going to bump shape, just like that. Now I got options. Shooting the 9 sends me towards the 5, which makes this 11 ball weird. Shooting the 11, got to control 2-rail shape, which makes me a little nervous. So I decided to hit this 9 as softly as possible to not lose the cue ball towards the 5. Just hit it as soft as I possibly can to make the ball. Or that was more of a stop shot. But don't lose Whitey. Oh, a little shoulder shimmy there, bro. It's when you realize you can run out. You guys have had it. This, I'm going to go bottom outside and try and shape the same pocket for the 8. And I got there. Man, watching these videos, I shoot from the rail way too much. Way too much. Let's see if we can finish this up. Got it, guys. I'm back on one. Ever since Ryan beat me a couple weeks ago, I've been doing nothing but practicing. That's not true. I don't practice that much, but I've gotten a lot of practice in playing Hill and running those cards, man. Really getting the shape dialed in and the speed as to like how to keep things from getting away from you. And I think it's paid off, man. I'm excited about this upcoming session. I got some cool matches coming out too. I got a couple more that I know you guys are gonna like. So keep your eyes peeled. Hope you like the new video quality. Please let me know in the comments below if you're digging it, or was it just a big waste of time? All right, guys. Catch you later. Keep shooting.